Right. So over the last few years, I've spent thousands of euros to be a filmmaker. But if we can't tell the difference between AI generated content and the content that I can produce with the camera, why wouldn't we replace our cameras with AI? And say we all did, what would happen? Right, so let's break this down. Today's filmmaker, or the traditional filmmaker, needs a camera to tell a story. AI is kind of like a curveball that leaves a lot of filmmakers wondering, should they even invest in all this gear, or if it's just beating on a dead horse, because AI can just do anything. And one way we can maybe predict what the implications are going to be of AI filmmaking is by just looking back at other times when the content creation world got disrupted in a major way. When digital cameras took over analog cameras, making a photo became so easy that a lot of people thought that this would ruin photography. Digital cameras didn't ruin photography, we just got more photos. When DSLR cameras hit the market, making a video became so easy that a lot of people thought that this would ruin films. DSLR cameras also didn't ruin films, we just got more films. Then in 2015, a movie shot entirely on an iPhone almost won a cinema award. And many thought that if the barrier for making a film was this low, that this would have to ruin films. Smartphones didn't ruin films, we just got even more films. And now it seems to be happening again with AI filmmaking. You can create a high budget looking film or shot in just a few seconds. You don't need the cameras, the lights, the crew, you just need a computer. So just like phones made anyone the director of a small budget film, AI can make anyone the director of a high budget film. And I can imagine this is terrifying for big studios because making a movie that looks super expensive was a competitive advantage that only they had. Now anyone can make a high budget looking film, so that edge disappears. So every time this barrier lowered, people panicked. But what really changed? The tools changed, the landscape changed, but the desire to consume and make great stories didn't. I personally think that good filmmaking means having something interesting to tell and then finding the best possible way to tell that story. And we already have a lot of ways of telling video stories, but now with AI, those possibilities just increased. We have more ways of telling a story. So with an infinite amount of ways you can tell a story, the only thing that really distinguishes you from anyone else is the actual content of what you have to say. This is something that AI really sucks at. Casey Neistat, he did a video where he let AI write and direct one of his vlogs, and it absolutely sucked.
It felt like a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy of something that maybe was good. For now, I think I'm gonna go back to using my brain to write my videos.
So this makes thinking of a good story, being able to write and script it and direct it, the most important jobs in filmmaking. All the other jobs, the crew, the lighting, the set designers, they become optional. So just like how analog cameras became optional, an actual camera has now become optional. Every time that barrier dropped, we didn't get better films, we just got more films. And probably most of them will be bad because access doesn't mean excellence. So just like now, there's just going to be a bunch of high budget garbage, but also there's going to be some incredible, beautiful, and deeply human films made by people who would have never had the chance before. And that's fucking exciting. But to go back to the question of replacing your camera with AI. In my opinion, it doesn't matter what medium it is, analog, DSLR, smartphone, or AI. The winner is always going to be the one that serves the story best. Like Casey said, the story is king, and all the rest is just servant to the story. And AI is just another tool or a medium to tell a story in. For example, if you need someone to do a backflip, it's going to be a lot easier to do that with AI than in real life. But then again, I would never ever use AI in any of my videos, ever. Oh my